Hello, welcome to my Danganronpa tier list of all the characters. And, I'm pretty sure you can guess what this is about. I'm just going to be ranking all the characters and stuff from all the games. And also from the anime as well. Is there manga characters that I have, because I haven't read the manga, the If series. It doesn't look like there. Okay, so yeah, let's just start off with Akane. Now, Akane, that's a difficult one because she was one of the survivors for Danganronpa 2. And, I mean, she didn't really serve a purpose, really, in the story. Not saying her character was bad or anything, but she didn't really do much in the story. Like, I think her free time events are really good, and they really make you understand her character and everything, which I like. But I'll put her in C tier. Yeah, that's where I'll put her. I'll put her in the middle. I think she's an alright character. It's just that she didn't really seem like a survivor type to me in Danganronpa 2. Oh, I should probably also say what I'm going to be ranking these characters on. So, of course, I'm going to be ranking them on how much I like them. Like Akane, I think she's okay. I think she's pretty cool. Yeah, that's number one, and then number two. I didn't really think of a guideline for this, huh? Well, just how much I like them. To their design, I guess. You know what? Just how much I like them. Let's just go with that. How much I like them. Angie Unaga. Okay, this one's difficult. Should I put her in D tier? I think I'm gonna put her in D tier. I didn't really care much for her in Danganronpa 3, and when she was revealed to have died, I wasn't like, oh my goodness, no! I was just like, oh. Moving on. It's just, she didn't, I guess the whole student council thing was alright. I think it was interesting what was going on, where all the student council was keeping everybody from doing whatever they want to prevent a killing game. I think that was interesting, but I didn't really like her character. Nothing really stuck out to me until her free time events, which were pretty interesting. Not as interesting as Akane though, I'd say. Her free time events were pretty cool. Angie's was just pretty I kind of wish her free time events, instead of focusing so much on Atua, focused on her artist skills, it focused on Atua too much, I feel like. I think it should have focused more on her painting skills. So now the next one. Asahina. I might also place her... I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to place her above Akane. Asahina was the same thing with Angie. She didn't really serve much of a plot purpose for the ending. For chapter 4 though, let's say. She was main focus of that. Yeah, she was Akane wasn't really a focus of in any of the trials, which I didn't didn't really help her character to me. But Asahina in chapter 4 was she was heavily involved with that, with Sakura and everything, which made me like her character a lot more, and how she viewed the killing game and stuff like that, and Sakura and everybody. It was interesting. So yeah, I place her above Akane in C tier. I would say at best, she's a low B, or maybe a mid. Nah, I wouldn't put her. I'd say a low B at best. But I'm gonna place her high C for now. I might readjust characters later on, but yeah, I'll place her in high C tier. Byakuya. Danganronpa 1, I didn't really like him. I'm pretty sure that's the impression you're supposed to get from him. His free time events were pretty eh. And he became a better character. In Danganronpa 2, he was slightly more compassionate. In Ultra Despair Girls' ending, he was better. I just don't really like him that much. So I'm gonna place him in C tier. He's my least favorite rival in all the games and stuff. In Danganronpa 1, he's my least... out of all 3 games and everything, he's my least favorite rival. He doesn't have... I wouldn't say he doesn't have that much depth to him, but, he's one-sided, I'd say. You can just tell he's a rich, guy who's just angry at people. Celestia Ludenberg. Celestia whatever. Celestia... Okay. I really like her character design. Yeah, I'll place her right there. I think she was pretty cool. I liked her character and everything in chapter 3. I mean, I'm gonna say this, chapter 3, it was pretty obvious she was the culprit because of how much she was like, oh my god, why is this happening? I know she didn't say it like that, but like her acting was like not good that much. Not her voice actor, I mean to say, but just like her text box speech and everything. Like you could tell, like she was faking it. It was pretty obvious right off the bat that she was the culprit. Kind of like chapter 1 Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, with like it was Leon. Like you could tell the name. At least it wasn't that obvious, but like you could like tell it was her. But anyway, I think she's pretty cool. I like how her free time events are based off of manga stories and stuff like that. I think that's pretty interesting and cool. So that might mean they're fake. I think that I've been told that they are fake because of that. Which I mean, oh yeah, I still like the callbacks and everything to those manga. I haven't read them, but I've seen videos off of them and everything. So yeah, Chiaki. I have to put her in A tier. I'm sorry. She was such a big help in chapter 2. I think I prefer her over. Yeah, I prefer her over Kyoko. And yeah, she's my favorite like helper, I would say, because she's always like all the time in Danganronpa 2. She's been the helper. She's awesome. She's amazing. Like, what else can I say? High A tier. She's probably gonna be #1 spot on A tier, maybe S tier. I don't know. Well, like I said, we'll rearrange. Like what else is there really to say? Like she was incredible, and also her 2 executions. Well, actually, is there? Hold on, let me check. Is there an anime Chiaki, or is this an overall Chiaki? Let's check. I'm not seeing an anime Chiaki. Is it fair to put anime Chiaki and AI Chiaki together? Is that fair? Because they are quite different. Like AI Chiaki was sleepy and acted like low on energy a whole lot, while Chiaki was actually pretty high energy in the anime. I'll just put them together because anime Chiaki isn't there. So just overall, if it's overall, should I put her in S tier then? I'll rearrange. I'll think about it. Yeah, I'll just think about it. I'm too long on Chiaki. All right, Chihiro. Is alter ego Chiaki? I mean Chiaki. Is AI alter ego Chihiro here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm guessing this is just gonna be alter ego I keep saying Chiaki. Chihiro. So I'm gonna put her at B. Him. God, I said her. I keep thinking of Chiaki. I'm gonna put him at B. Yeah, I think that's a good spot because he has been a huge help in Danganronpa 1 and 2. With after he was killed in Danganronpa 1, his alter ego was so much help, and like literally without alter ego, Makoto wouldn't have survived. He would have died. And yeah, like so much. I really like Chihiro and his alter ego, so I'll put him at high B tier. Chisa, is that right? Chisa? Yeah, Chisa. I'll put her at a low B tier. She was pretty cool in the anime. I liked her character. What else was this? She was a cool teacher. She cared about her class. She wanted to make sure they were doing everything, not just lazing around. Just so much stuff. I really like her character. Okay. Yeah, she was a big help to the class, and she even almost she threw herself in front of. Well, not literally, but she would have died for that class 100%. So yeah, I put her at a low to mid B tier. I cannot remember this guy. All I remember is that he died right away. F tier. I mean, he had an interesting voice. It was really high pitched, but that's pretty much it. he wasn't really given a character. I don't even know what his talent was. What was his talent? I don't know. I'll probably put it in post-recording, but I don't even remember his name or talent. Yeah. Fujihiko. A tier. I have to put him on A tier. His character development was so cool. Like, well, he was always like an angry guy, angry yakuza. He was like, "Oh, stay away from me." And, like deep down, he's a tsundere basically. He's like, "Oh, stay away from me. I hate you guys." And he's deep down, he's like, "I want to be with you guys, though." And then after chapter 2, when Peko died, he was more open and everything, and his character grew and everything. It was so cool to see that. He's a really great character. I love his free time event where him and Hajime essentially become brothers, not in blood, but just insane. It was so cool. I love that. So yeah, mid A tier, I'd say. Gonta. Can I put him? Crap. I'm gonna put him at. Okay, here we go. A high C tier. Because again, I wouldn't say I didn't find him interesting. I found him cool. Like, I like his bugs knowledge and stuff like that, and also the insect meet and greet was funny. I love that. See, yeah, he was a really compassionate character and everything. He cared a lot for others and stuff like that. And he wanted to be a gentleman. Love his free time events and stuff, and how caring he is for others. It just, there wasn't really much that interested me in him, you know? Not much. So I put him at a high C tier. I wouldn't go much higher. Like, this is probably at best. Like, I might even move him lower. I'll put him right there for right now. Actually, I wouldn't say high C tier. Mid C tier, I'd say. Great Gatsu. That's his name, right? Yeah, Great Gatsu. He died early on, but he was cool. I'll put him at a low C tier because he was automatically on Makoto's side. I remember in the anime, he protected him from Sword Guy. I can't remember most of the anime characters' names. I'm so sorry. But yeah, he protected him, was with Makoto, and then he died gruesomely right away. But yeah, I think he was a cool character. I'll put him at a low C tier though. Like, do I prefer him over Angie though? He was cool. He was compassionate. Ah, crap. Whatever. I think high C tier. Like, I cared for him a little bit. Like, I cared for him more than Angie, I would say. Like, yeah. Oh, you know, should I make it just a separate tier for Gundam? Like, literally just a separate tier. Gundam tier. Like, what must I say about Gundam? Like, what can I say? He's that cool. He is my favorite character out of all the Danganronpa characters. That's how cool he is. Like, genuinely, man. Like, he's an animal guy. He's cool. His vocabulary is so wide. Like, pandemonium, like screaming stuff like that. And his lessons in chapter 4, yeah, his lesson in chapter 4, like, he was like, why give up on life? Like, what's the point in that? You must live. Like, that's the whole point of life. You live it. You don't cut it off so short. You have to live your life. Like, what else is there to say? Like, it's Gundam. Like, I love him. He's too cool. He's too cool. Alright. Haiji Toa? Is that right? Haiji Toa. I think so. F tier. He's lower than that. He was really weird. He was really rude. Like, I mean, I found his character cool at first. Like, he was like, oh, he's got a broken arm or everything. What would happen? And then he just turned out to be, something that starts with a P and ends with an E and has pedophile in the middle. like it wasn't outright confirmed, but he said I like him as young as possible, which is really weird. And started hitting on where is she? What's her name? Oh, I can't even remember her name. Maybe if I see a picture of her, I'll remember. Kamaru. I'm pretty sure it's a minor. So yeah, F tier. Lower than this guy. Like, yeah, that's how much I don't like him. Hajime. See, Hajime, he, on some days, he's my favorite protagonist. Because, like, he has a lot more character to him, I feel like, than Makoto. I wouldn't say Shuichi. Like, I'd say they're almost tied. I'd say Shuichi has more character than Hajime, but Hajime does show a lot of character. Like he is so sassy in trials and stuff like that. I also saw this video. I'll probably show it and link it, but it was a character analysis of him, and it really went in depth on him and how he feels and everything like that, especially during the trials, and how he wants to stack up to the ultimates, especially in the anime. That was so cool. I love that video. And like, is Izuru is Izuru a different character, or are we counting them together? Izuru is okay. Izuru's not popping up, so yeah, I'll put him at high A tier along with Chiaki, but not above Chiaki. Yeah, like I said, like depending on the day, I'll like Hajime much more than Shuichi, but then there are days where I like Shuichi much more than Hajime. Hifumi F tier. Yeah, he was weird. I don't like him. He's rude. Like that free time. I remember his one free time event where like he yelled at a girl for like asking him a question, and like he's really weird and creepy. Yeah, I don't like him. F tier. Like that's all I can say. I don't really like him that much. Himiko. I'll put her right there. High B tier. I think she was cute and funny, like especially after the Tenko's death. She was a lot more funnier in my opinion. Also the Nia was funny. She said it all the time. Like, why do you say that? Yeah, I'd say like I don't really know what else is to say. I like her bit about her believing her magic is real, but it's not. Kyoko. D tier. Yeah. I'd say D tier because do I like her more than Anji? I probably like her more than Anji. I think she's better. I think she has more character than Anji. Like, her whole backstory is about how protective her mom and grandma were or whatever, something like that. And like, they were like using her for money, and like, she was just defensive about, because like, she spent her whole life apparently like almost getting assassinated and stuff like that. So of course she was more emotionally distant than other characters. And so she would put on this facade of, oh, I'm so mean and scary, but like, yeah. So, but she was like, that doesn't really give her an excuse for being rude, especially like to Mikan, wherever she is on this list. There she is. Yeah, it doesn't really give her an excuse for that, but it gives an explanation as to why she doesn't. So, I'll put her at high D tier. It's just, she's held down because she's so mean and rude to other characters. Ibuki. High B tier. Don't put her at, yeah. Yeah. So Ibuki. Sorry. She, like, she's so caring for people. Like, I don't say she hides it, but like, you don't get it at first. Like, she helps people like get stuff off their mind, like headbanging, running like 5 times around the entire island in Danganronpa 2. Like, she's a really caring person. Like, you wouldn't really guess that at first, I would say, but like once you do her free time events, she's so cool and everything. And I was gonna say, um, she's a musician. Her songs are so funny. I did not expect her song when she was singing in Danganronpa 2 Chapter 3. Oh, her song to be like that. That was really funny. And then, yeah, well, that's pretty much all there is to say. Cool character, really compassionate. Mew. Middle C. I know there are a lot of Mew fans out there. Mew fans out there. Is that how you say it, right? Or is it Mew? Or Mew? I think it's Mew, like the Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah, I think she was okay. She was really weird, especially during her level 12 event where she forced herself onto Shuichi. That was kind of weird. I didn't really like that. She was like really like she had funny jokes though. She had funny jokes, I would say. Like she called um I sometimes blank on character names when I know them. She called his name's on the tip of my tongue. Kokichi. God, I almost forgot his name for a second. Kokichi, abortion. No, like she comes up with those wildest things to say at random times, and it really lifts the mood when needed, I would say. So she's funny, but she's also like kind of weird. So I'd say middle C tier. Taro. I like his backstory with his sisters, stuff like that. I put him right there, honestly, because I like he's the ultimate survivor, and also it turns out he's the ultimate adventurer. I found out or something like that in one of his dates. I got spoiled on that unfortunately, but he's like the ultimate adventurer, that's a cool title. And I like his whole searching for his 12 sisters or whatever. He also was like kind of hyped up to be like a Nagito type of character with the sprites and everything like that being quite similar to his, and how he's acting in chapter 1. And also the reveal that he died first was crazy. You thought he'd live for a while. Nope, he's dead right away. They were like killing Nagito like right in the first chapter of Danganronpa 2. But yeah. Shuichi. How am I feeling today? Am I a Shuichi guy or a Hajime guy? I feel like today I'm in a Hajime mood. Honestly. I don't know. I'll put him by Hajime because I'm not gonna look at it from a character perspective right now. I'm gonna look at it from like who has I wouldn't say character. Who has more character? I mean to say like who shows more emotions and stuff like that. Who's overall like has shown more growth. I would say. Like I love Hajime, especially at the end of chapter 6 in Danganronpa 2, where he accepts himself as a Zero Kamakura and like rejects both hope and despair. Like that was a similar message to Shuichi. Like they both rejected hope and despair at the end of their games and went their own route and wanted to go out the way they wanted to. Hajime with his friends and everybody who lived, and Shuichi possibly dying with his friends. Shuichi, love his character development and how he takes off his hat afterwards, after a while, and then becomes more out there, I would say. He's more introverted, but yeah, just how much he's grown. Like you can tell he's grown a lot since chapter 1, I feel like. Like his character development is really obvious. Leon. Low D tier. Because like he suffers what Sayaka suffered in Danganronpa 1, is that they both have like 2 free time events or something like that. I remember Sayaka having 2. Like that was it instead of the normal 6. Technically it's 5, but like it is 6 if you count like when you first meet the characters. Yeah, Leon, just not really much to him. I like his whole thing that he wants to be that's why he's not F tier, because he has a little more character to him than like this guy. Like he wanted to reject baseball, he didn't like the practice and stuff like that. He was just naturally good at it. And he wanted to be a musician instead. And yeah, like, that was pretty cool. But then like when you do his free time events, you help him realize that like it's not all about it's not all about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets. And yeah, he's a pretty cool character. Mondo. Somewhere in the C tier. Honestly, high C tier, maybe? Or maybe low B tier. I'll give him low B tier, actually. I won't give him C tier. Mondo was just, you know, I would honestly say, like, he is much more compassionate if you do his free time events. Like, you know, like, he is a bro to the end. Like, he'll die and live for you. Like, especially for his boyfriend. Kiyotaka Ishimura. Yeah, Ishimura. Almost forgot his name as well. I like his whole thing with Ishimura and everything, and the bros at chapter 2. Yeah, he's a cool character overall. And, like, I like his whole thing with his brother. That was cool, and his whole motive. He didn't want his motive to be revealed that he killed his brother. Well, I wouldn't say he killed him, but, like, he did something that ended up to his brother dying. Like, he caused something that... Cause and effect, basically. Caused something, effect happened, his brother died. He got too reckless driving, and his brother had to save him from getting hit by a truck. And then he got hit by the truck instead. So yeah, I like his character. He's pretty cool. Sayaka Maizono. I'll give her low C. Yeah, I'll give her low C tier. Because, like, again, like, it's the whole thing, like, it doesn't help that they have... That she just has 2 free time events. It's not much to her, like, from that. And just... Yeah. Like, what else is there really to say? Like, she was planning to sacrifice Makoto's reputation to be a murderer so she could get out, which was kind of... But, like, then again, like, it was a desperate situation. Like, she wasn't clearly thinking at the time. Which, it's unfortunate what happened with her and how her own murder plan changed on her. Like, her murder plan was pretty genius after all, though, I would say. Switch rooms with Makoto, switch the nameplates, and then just blame it on him that he killed. So yeah, just okay character, let's say. Like I said, like, I wish Leon and her just got more free time events instead of, like, the 2. Like, that was it. That was all they got. F tier. I mean, honestly, I would place him above Haiji and Hifumi. Because I like his motive, like... Because Hifumi's motive was just like, oh, he wants AI, he wants alter ego Chihiro back, but, like... He was gonna die no matter what. If the murder plan went correctly, / murder plan, he was gonna die. So what is that, like, 0? He's not gonna have any seconds with Chihiro. Yeah, alter ego Chihiro. Like, what was the point of that? He, like, clearly was an idiot. Like, there was, like, that motive was stupid. And this guy, like, yeah. But Taro, he had a cool motive with wanting to know what happened with his mom because she was sick, and the restaurant wasn't going so well, if I remember correctly. So I think that was cool, and he also didn't want his friends to die from Nagito's murder plan as well. So I think that was a cool motive, but he's just like Hifumi and stuff. He's really creepy, and it's also implied that he attempted to drug Hajime at the end of his free time event. So yeah, not good. Alright, I'm back. Anyway, crap, I can only remember Monica, Kodako, Nagisa. What were the other 2 kids' names? I cannot remember. This kid. Guy has such a bad memory with some character names. I think he was really sad. Like, his mother was, like, really abusive. Like, I mean, all the kids' parents were abusive to him. Like, that's, yeah. Um, but he was perfectly fine as a kid. Like, he was like, his mom was just like, "Oh, you're ugly. Like, I don't like you. I don't love you at all." I think it was implied that she didn't like him because his face reminded her of their father who left. So that's why she was so abusive towards him, and like it was really sad and all that. He was also made to be like really creepy and stuff, like these weird questions. Like what was one of them? Like it was like, "Oh, do you something weird? Like, did you know like I don't know, whatever." He just gave random facts at times, which I thought was funny. So I'll play some crap. I'm not sure, honestly. Maybe here, just right in the center. Maybe low C tier. Maybe. I'm not sure. Like I'm kind of thinking on it, and like I didn't really care much for the Heroes of Hope, or whatever they're called. I didn't really care much for them. I won't say I didn't care. I didn't care much for them. Like he had less character development than like Kodako and Nagisa and Monica and stuff. So, I'll give him low C. And now we're on to Nagisa. Like Nagisa, he was really cool. Warriors of Hope, that's what they're called. Heroes of Hope. He was a cool character. I liked him a lot. I'd place him right here. I'd place him middle B. This whole thing with Monica, God, I remember my reaction to this Monica kissing. That was like whatever I did. That was so funny. Yeah, that one was really funny. He was I meant my reaction, not what happened. That was horrible. Yeah, like he's a cool character. I like him. His backstory was horrible. Like he was like drugged 24/7 to keep studying and stuff to make sure his parents have a good life or whatever. He was treated like an experiment. Yeah, that's what it was. He was treated like an experiment, like not as a child, which is so horrible. Yeah, I'll give him middle B. Asahina's brother. I mean, we don't really get much of him. This isn't that I don't like him. It's just we don't get much of him. I place him high, just low D. Like he was cool. Like we had more moments with like I said, like he had more moments than like this guy. Like I'm just gonna use him as a staple. Like we hardly got anything with him. We just heard his voice, and that was pretty much it. This guy, like Asahina's brother, like we had like not a lot of moments, but there were some moments in there that were cool. Honestly, yeah, I'll play some low D, like not above Leon, who we got like more moments with in his free time events than Hina's brother. So yeah, Kaito Momoto, Luminary of the Stars. High B. Yeah, I give him high B because he was such a huge help like throughout the series with Shuichi. Like he was one. Kaede was the one who kickstarted Shuichi's growth, but Kaido was the one that helped him grow. Like without Kaido, I don't think Shuichi would have grown. Shuichi would have realized like he needed to grow, but Kaido wouldn't be the driving force to help him keep growing. Like I think Shuichi would have just stopped without Kaido. Like, we saw like without Kaido at chapter 5 at the beginning of it, when he was held captive, like they were giving up. Like Kaido would have kept them going, I'm pretty sure, but he was captured. And they just didn't like know what to do with the information they have gotten about the outside world. And so like I'm like Maki, like if Kaido was there with Maki, they would have kept him going, or at least helped them keep going. Like that's my opinion. Like he's such a bro, like Mondo, but he's better because we have more time with him and stuff like that. I like his philosophy, except his men stuff, but yeah. So I give him high B. Oh, Kokichi. Oh man, he's really cool. I give him S tier. I wouldn't place him. Where's Nagito at? Is Nagito on here? Nagito's on. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Just yeah. He's his character. Like again, this is the same person I mentioned before with who did I mention before? It's the same Yucho I was talking about with an analysis video. Oh, on Hajime, that's what it was. Like, she did a whole analysis of him. I'll link her in my description and everything, both her videos. Because her analysis videos are really good. Like, I watched all of them. Well, almost all of them. Not all of them, but... and they helped me come to understand the character more. Like, I wanted to watch all them before I did this. But then I was like, I want to give my own opinion. Like, what I have gathered so far, then get the full thing, you know what I mean? I want to give my opinion first, without hearing everything else really first. Yeah. So Kokichi, this whole compulsive liar thing that we've gotten from him, like he has to lie. So like, because it seems like he might have grown up in a bad area where he had to lie to survive. Like all that sort of stuff. Like, no good. But yeah, highest tier. I really like this character throughout everything. Ishimaru. He died too early. Like, I honestly thought he was gonna survive in Danganronpa 1. I thought he was gonna be a survivor, but he didn't. He died chapter 3, mid development. Like it was like Hyoko. Like she died way too early. She was developing as a character, as we saw in chapter 3 as well. Like, what is it with characters and dying so easily? Like who halfway through development? Like Tenko was. I would say she was developing. Actually, Tenko was. Hyoko was. And Ishimaru. I actually think I like him right here. Actually, yeah, middle B, middle high B. Yeah, I like him right there. It just he died way too early in my opinion. Like he should have lived. I like his whole moral compass thing, but even then he starts. He sort of starts to question it at the end and in the middle of chapter 3 when he becomes Super Saiyan Ishimaru and all that stuff. That was funny. That he was like, "Who the fudge are you talking about?" That was funny. Is this Junko? Or is that Mukuro? Is Mukuro on this list? I don't think Mukuro's on this list. Yeah, I don't think Mukuro's on. Uh-oh. I'll just put her on here at some point. I'll probably edit her in or something like that. So this is Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair. I like how she has a presence all throughout the series. Like you can tell she's like hidden behind some stuff. Like in Danganronpa 2, like you could like, feel her presence. I would say sometimes, like with Mob. I mean, of course, Monokuma, but like. What else is there? I'm trying to recall. It's been a while since I played Danganronpa 2, but I remember like moments where like Junko, like when is Junko ever gonna get brought up? Like, and I get feelings like Junko has to get brought up at some point. And then like with the whole Nagito thing with his arm being cut off and being replaced with Junko's hand. Holy crap, that was cool. But I like her character, like her whole despair thing. She got so bored with the world because she was. I remember getting spoiled on this from the manga. She is the ultimate analytic or something like that, not the ultimate fashionista. Well, she is the ultimate fashionista, but she analyzed it and everything, all fashion and stuff like that, and she became really good at it as a result of that. I think her whole ultimate analytic thing is so cool. I'd place it, but then she killed Chiaki, so F tier. No, but seriously. Yeah, Chiaki's execution in the anime is so brutal. That is one of the worst things I have ever seen in my life. Like, holy crap, I could not. Like, I remember after that, I hated Junko. After watching the anime, I hated Junko. I could not stand to like her anymore. But, like, now, middle B tier. Yeah. I think she's a cool character. Like I said, I think we should have gotten more moments with her, I would say. Like, maybe like a free time event or something like that. Maybe. That'd be interesting. Just learn more about her and her, more of her past and stuff like that. This guy, I did not like him. I remember that. I did not like him. Like, I guess that was the point of his character. He was supposed to be the character you don't like. at the beginning, but then you come to understand him more. In which, like, yeah, I understood him more, but that doesn't mean I didn't like him that much, because he was a real, like, jerk to everybody, except his friends. Like, he beat up Hajime, who just wanted to check out the grounds of the school and stuff like that. And Hajime just was like, bro, I just want to check out the school. And he's like, nah, you can't get in here, bro. And then he pummels him, and then Hajime attempts to stand up for himself and just pummels him more. He's the ultimate boxer, which is pretty interesting. So, he also turned out to be gay, which was cool. Like, but that doesn't help his character, really, because, like, again, he was just a jerk. I put him middle OC, I'd say. Just, character. I thought he had his moments, like Byakuya, really. Like, him and Byakuya are pretty evenly tiered, I would say. Like, they had their moments, but just, yeah. Like, the anime should have went on longer, I feel like. The anime should have went on longer because, like, I think the anime, the Danganronpa 3 anime, was okay at best, in my opinion, because, well, like in the Despair arc with Hajime and the other cast, Danganronpa 2, like, you don't really get any moments for them, so you don't really, like, you see in the end credit scene, like, they have their moments, like, they were going to a festival, I remember that, they were at the beach or something like that, but, like, we never see those moments, like, we never hear of them, we just see the postcards or whatever it was, the pictures, or, I mean, like, that was it, that's all we got from them. So you couldn't really connect with them in Danganronpa 3, unless you played Danganronpa 2, which of course you should have, but, like, you don't really understand how they could fall in despair from Chiaki dying if you never see them hang out with her that much. Like, all I can recall is the video game scene and them eating the food. Like, that was the two scenes I remember that they hung out in, and that was it. So, like I said, I just wish they got more and everything like that. I kind of went off a tangent. I went off topic from this. Anyway, yeah. Middle, low C tier. Kaede! High A tier. Yeah, I think I'd place her right there. I think maybe high B. Low A. I'll give her low A. Because, like, she's so sweet. Like, in her Love Hotel and her freedom events. God, she's so cool. Like, I said cool a lot, but, like, I don't even know any other words to say. She's compassionate, she's cool, stuff like that. Like, and so caring, the 3 C's, cool, compassionate, caring. What else is there to say? She's so sweet, she helps people. I've also seen people call her a Mary Sue, which I heavily disagree with. She has a lot of flaws that we've seen in Chapter 1. Like, she really is forceful with her opinion on people, which drove them away, as we see in Chapter 1, where she took on the leader role. But then, after she kept forcing everybody to keep going to the whole tunnel game, whatever it was, like, they stopped following her, and they were really hurt by that. And then she kept forcing them to do it over and over. Like, she was really forceful with everybody. And you could see that in Free Time events as well, where she forces her opinion on people. She's really forceful at times, but she doesn't mean she's not sweet and caring and stuff like that. So I'll give her low A. Kazuichi Soda. Now, of course, if you look at the surface level, I could see people placing him in F because of his whole deal, you know, with Sony and stuff like that. He was really, like, focused on her a lot. It was really weird. But honestly, if you look at his free time event, he's really cool. I like his whole backstory and everything. I'll place him maybe middle B. I'll place him right there. I like his free time events and everything. Middle B, yeah, that's a good spot. Because, like, his whole, like, he was betrayed by his friend who was cheated off a test off of him and then blamed him for it or whatever. And then he was, like, he understood, but, like, kind of blamed himself in a way, and then, like, hung out with the wrong crowd, and so he, like, sharpened his teeth and stuff like that, which is crazy to me. I like his free time events and everything, and, like, his whole backstory with the mechanic, like, he just built bikes, he was building a motorcycle. Oh, I also love that it was implied that he built all the Danganronpa 1 executions. And Mondo's bike supposedly that in his execution that was used was supposedly the bike that he was working on that was like gonna go like what 250 miles per hour or something like that, whatever it was. I don't remember. Something crazy like that. That was funny and cool. Oh, this guy, I don't really like him. Like, he's like a anime old guy who's like super strong, you know, because he was going up against this guy, yeah, and like they're going toe to toe. He lost, the old man lost, but like he was going toe to toe with him. He was like a stereotypical strong grandpa in anime. Like, and also it turned out he was the mastermind of the anime. It's kind of a weird reason as well, I would say. It's just, he's a pretty character. Like, I had played some middle D, like just right there. I hardly remember anything about him besides him being an old man. He's just, yeah, I just didn't really like him. He wasn't like that cool. Kibo! Oh, I love Kibo. I don't know if you could tell because I did all his free time events in the Danganronpa V3. Yeah, I love Kibo. Where should I place him? Oh, hello? Oh crap, hold on. There we go. There. Kibo was really cool. I like his whole thing, like his inner voice turned out to be the audience. That was cool. Like, his true inner voice was when his Hoge was knocked off. That's what they're called, the little hair spike on him. In Kaido's execution, was the Hoge was popped off, was ripped off. We got a hint at his true, like, I wouldn't say true personality. We knew his personality, but his inner voice, like, he said it was inside, like, there was nothing there, really, to hear. I truly do think, though, that he had some form of an inner voice that was telling him what to do. Because his inner voice told him, well, not his inner voice, but he himself decided to blow up the school. It's shown that he has his own will and personality. Like, he wants to open his own pop star business, or whatever. He wants to be a pop star and stuff. And, like, I like that whole thing about him. I put him A tier. I put him right there, middle A tier. I liked him a lot. Like, just his whole character and everything, and also his Love Hotel event. That was so cute. Yeah, I'll put him middle A. He's really cool. Q. Rumi. I'd honestly put her above Miko. Does that make me bad? I don't know. Like, I liked her a lot, especially in events with her being a maid, and also the Minister of Japan. Like, that was such a huge twist in Chapter 2. Like, I was not expecting that for a motive video. That was crazy. She was like, the Minister of Japan. Her execution was wild. Like, the two most, like, I'm not sure which one is most gruesome, Kaede's or Kurumi's. Like, those two are the most gruesome executions ever in the games. Actually, Chiaki's is there as well. I think I felt more despair. Yeah, I felt more despair with Chiaki's death. Okay, Chiaki's death in the anime was more despair-inducing to me, so I would say hers was most gruesome, Chiaki's. And then Kaede's and Kurumi's. Yeah, I'd go Chiaki, Kaede, Kurumi as 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I like her whole maid thing and everything like that. I wanted to hang out with her more, but then she died really early. Again, another problem I have. She died too early, in my opinion. But yeah, cool character overall. This guy, he was supposed to protect Kyoko, and he did. He did protect her until she, well, quote-unquote died. I liked him. I like his whole thing, like with protecting Chiaki and stuff like that. I'll put him in high C tier. Like, I like his whole thing with protecting Chiaki because of her dad's Senso and everything. That was really cool. I like that. Maybe B tier. I'll give him low B tier, actually. Yeah. I like his whole thing. Which, did I say Chiaki or did I say Kyoko? I don't know, whatever. His whole thing with protecting Kyoko and everything like that, and her, his deal with his father and everything, with her father, that was cool. Kamaru, honestly, I prefer her over Makoto a whole lot. I'd place her. right there, middle high B. Yeah, like her whole character development. I know it was like sort of staged in a way, um, from the first, from the beginning of the game and continuing on to almost the end. Anyway, yeah, her whole thing with that and how she grew and everything, that was all staged, it turned out, but that doesn't deny everything she went through, I would say. Like, it wasn't like staged like Danganronpa V3. By the way, that my analysis video probably coming. I'll probably work on it soon. I'll get my opinion on that. But yeah, like, but at the end, like, she forged her own path. She was not gonna become the ultimate despair, was it? That the ultimate hope, was it? Like Makoto? No, the ultimate despair. She was gonna. Monica planned for her to become the ultimate despair. That plan was crazy to think about, like how it was like either this group dies or this group dies. Like that was the whole thing. Like that was crazy to think about with Monica's plan and the decision she came to stay in Toa City until everything blew over with the ultimate despair and stuff like that. Fragments of despair. That was cool. Like she forged like. They were building her up to be like Makoto, and they're like, nah, she's her own character. That was cool. I don't like your plot. Like, I like his character before chapter 3. He was really interesting. Like, I hung out with him once, and I was like, I want to learn more about him. And like his whole view on anthropology. Anthropology, right? Yeah. Like they were so interesting to hear him talk about and everything like that. Like him go on like about I can't remember, like just life and stuff like that. And like he had a whole thing with Medusa, if I remember correctly. Those were so cool to talk with him about. And I loved hearing his opinions and stuff like that, and like his own views and everything like that. And then it turned out he has this whole sister complex, which was like really weird, and then his love hotel event, which involved rope and rape. Like, God, those were so weird to me. Like, those ruined his character completely for me. Like, I would have loved to hear more about him, but I can't like him without thinking about those three things that they brought in. Like, it was so weird to me. Like, if those three plots are removed and it was just him, I'd place him like somewhere in high B, but like just because of those plots, I'll place him at low B because like again, they're so weird. Like without them, like even then, like I'm thinking of like going lower honestly, but I just like this character a whole lot. Like I like his whole thing with anthropology, but just, like I said, those three things just ruined it about him, ruined him. So I'm just gonna play some low B for right now. Just he would have been a cool character, but they ruined him for me, in my opinion. Like it was so weird that they made the decision. Kozuko. Actually, I'm just gonna retire. There. All right. I'll probably place her with Nagisa. Like again, her whole thing was being essayed because her dad was like, oh yeah, here you go, people. Like, so sad, like seeing all that. Like, I don't want to get too in depth with that in case it's bad for some people who are listening to this. It was just really weird. I mean, not really weird, but it was so sad to hear her and everything like that. And then that whole mini game popped up, and it kind of was like, oh, you know, the mini game. That was just like, okay, like I can understand what they were going for, but then they just made it so weird with her, and they made the whole 18 joke that she was, like, just to excuse what we were, like, just, it was poorly executed. Like, it should have been thought out better. Like, they had something going with her, and then they kind of just kind of like threw in the garbage, sort of. It was just really sad. Kurokuma, I mean, he was funny. That was it. Because he's like a half of Shirakuma. Like, that's really it, I would say. He was funny. That's it. Kyoko. There? Yeah. Yeah. I'll put her there. Maybe I might move her lower. I'll leave her right there, actually. Yeah. I like her whole thing. Like, in chapter 1 and everything, with her dad and everything, and her old backstory. Her free time events were so wholesome. Where she smiled in them. Like, that was funny. Well, not funny, but yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't really know what else to say. Like, her whole Danganronpa 1, 2, and the anime appearance, that was cool. I really liked her in all 3 of them. She was a consistent character throughout all 3, I would say. And it was just cool to see her come back in all of them. In Danganronpa 2 in the anime. So yeah. This guy. Weird motives. Like, I could understand what he was coming from in the anime. It's just, his motives were not really thought out well. I guess that was a good thing, though. It showed how he was a hypocrite. Like, if all despair should have been gotten rid of, then what about Shisa? Would he have killed her? And he kind of didn't have an answer for that, because she turned out to be a remnant of despair as well. I'll put him right there. He was a cool character, just weird motives, I would say. Like, I think that should have worked on it more. But yeah, I think he was a cool character overall. Like, you know what? Actually, I might go lower. Honestly, I might go lower. I'll put him right there next to him. Yeah. Mahiru. I think Mahiru is an underrated character, honestly. Like, getting to see her free time events and everything. Just seeing what her whole character's about. And, like, her mom used to be a war photographer. And it helped her mom being a war photographer. She instead of showing like the war photographs to Mahiru, she showed her like people smiling and stuff like that. So she wanted to see people smile and everything in her photos, and wanted to get the good picture of everybody like in their element, not really forcing it, just in their element, like in the party photos. Like, everyone was just hanging around, and she was taking pictures, and everyone was so happy before that happened, the murder. But yeah, that was so cool. I might place her, honestly. I think I'm gonna place her right there. Yeah, I think Mahiru is really underrated. I think, like, if you do her free time events, you'll truly understand her character. Like, it's like with a bunch of characters, you gotta do their free time events to truly understand them. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Next we have Maki, the ultimate Kego. Oh, I mean assassin. Should I put her right here? Yeah, I'll put her right there. I think she's like on par with Kaede. She had a really cool character development with her being like uncaring about everybody and stuff like that at first. But then like she grew to care for like Kaido and Shuichi and everybody else. More like, my only problem with her, honestly, is that she only interacted with Kaido and Shuichi, and she really didn't have any interactions with other people like Kibo or like Kimiko or stuff like that. Just kind of didn't. Like, I wish she had more character interaction. If she had more character interactions with other people, she'd be much higher. I wouldn't say above Jackie, but like, yeah, she'd be much higher on the list than A tier. But yeah, or Shishimura. Makoto is the weakest main character in my opinion. Like, he's cool. He has his moments. Ultimate hope and everything. That's cool. I'll place him right there. Actually, right there. I don't know. I'm not really sure where to place him, really. Like, somewhere in the B tier. He's cool. He just doesn't have much character depth like Hajime or Shuichi and stuff like that. Like, he's a pretty surface level character, you know. Easy to like relate to, I would say, honestly. Yeah. This guy, whose name I can also kind of remember. I'll probably put him on the same tier as, and yeah, just lower because he was only there for like one chapter, and we had this guy for like 2 chapters more. So yeah, I'll play the Great Gatsu actually lower than. It's not a lot with them, I would say. Just feel bad for them. Mikan. I hate how the game treats Mikan. Like, in Danganronpa 2, like, it's clear she suffered a lot of SA and abuse and stuff like that. And, like, they keep, like, putting her in these poses and stuff like that, and it's really weird, but, like, I feel really bad for her. And then they just pull some crap like that where they make her go in these weird poses, and I was like... And, like, the constant bullying and stuff from Hiyoko and everything, like... That doesn't ruin her character, but it's just, like, really, do you have to do that? It's not needed at all. It's really weird. But anyway, aside from that, I'll put her right here. I'm not really sure what to put her. I think that spot's good. Middle high, yeah. I like her whole thing and everything, you know. Where she's like, she is nice and everything, and then we get to see her like true personality after. I won't say true personality, but like her despair personality. I'm gonna say, like what happened to her with Junko and everything like that. Also the anime, like that one scene with his name. I know it begins with an R. Ryoma? No, that's Ryoma. Hoshi. What's his name? I don't know. It'll probably come in a second. But yeah. Next, we got Monica Toa. Alright. Monica Toa. See, in Ultra Despair Girls, I thought she was a really cool antagonist, actually. She was raised by Junko to be a despair, sort of. Yes, actually. To be a despair. And, you know, honestly, in the anime, they messed up her character, I feel like. They really messed with her character. Because, like, they were hyping her up to be the next mastermind, as we can see in Ultra Despair Girls at the ending, when Nagito was carrying her. He was like, oh, I'm gonna make you the ultimate despair. And all that crap. And, like, you know, that, like, I was like, oh, here we go. And we saw Izuru Kamakura come up, you know? And, like, I'm like, this has to be a big scene. Like, we're literally, like, Monica's gonna be, like, the next big mastermind, I feel like. And then they completely threw all that away in the anime. Made her a girl. Like, I guess it makes sense, though, in a way, because Nagito was like, oh, you must lose to hope, because, you know, he's all about hope. He loves hope. So, like, yeah, you get what I mean. Like, so she got bored of it and everything, and she became a teenager, so she was, like, didn't really care much anymore. But, like, still, like, I wish, like, they did something with her in the anime instead of being like, oh, she doesn't care anymore. And then they just threw her off to the side. But if I had to rank her, I really like her mastermind. I'll place her with the other Warriors of Hope, I'd say. Yeah, there we go. I actually like Kodako more. Yeah, I'd rank her among some of the other Ultimate Hopes, or Warriors of Hope. Monokuma, you know, I'm actually gonna give him an S tier. Because, you know, it's Monokuma. You can't really mess him up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he has his quirks. He's cool and everything like that. Like, what else is there really to say? It's like Gundam. Like, what else is there to say? Like, he's a really great character. He's serious when the moment needs be, and he's funny when the moment needs be. Like, all the time. Like, he's on beat with the game. He perfectly represents what Danganronpa is. Funny and serious. Like, is this Mukuro? This might be Mukuro. Hold on, let me look this up. That might be Mukuro. Mukuro. Ikusaba. No, not from Trigger Happy Havoc. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her. That is her. I just couldn't recognize her at first. Yeah. All right. I like her in the first game. She was cool. She was dressing up as Junko, and she got giveaway. And in the anime, she got really weird with Junko. She's still an all-around cool character, I'd say. I wouldn't rank her that high. I'd rank her right here, just right there. Yeah, low B. I wish we got more of her. She seems like a cool character. Nagito. I'm right there. I mean, he was more of a threat than Kokichi, in my opinion. He seemed more threatening. Kokichi, I would say, has more character, but Nagito, in my opinion, does have a lot of character. We learn more about him. I mean, not more than Kokichi. Well, actually, I would say we do learn more about him, honestly, than Kokichi, because Kokichi doesn't really share his backstory. We hardly know of his backstory at all. All we know of his Dice Gang, that's it, really. Well, Nagito, we know it, like, he has some disabilities and stuff like that. Like, I can't remember what it's called, front temporal dementia and stuff like that. And another one I can't remember, which explains his personality a lot and everything. And I like his talent, Ultimate Luck, where if something equally bad happens, he'll be rewarded with luck. Like his, plane he was on when he was younger was hijacked, and a meteor suddenly fell and killed the hijacker, but his parents were killed from it as well. And like and then when he was in like middle school or whatever, he got kidnapped. Well, while he was kidnapped, he found a lottery ticket, and when he was rescued, the lottery ticket was a winner. And he got like $3 million, something like that. Like, that was crazy. I love it. He's just an all-around cool character. I love him more in the anime. Like, you see more of him. It's just really cool. Nekomaru Nidai. I would put him right there. No. Actually, no. I love his backstory a lot. Yeah, his backstory is really cool, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Right there. Yeah. High B. I love his backstory a whole lot because, like, it was all about when he was younger. Even now, he still has a heart disease. And he learned that a boy that was also at the hospital with him also had heart disease, and he was a team manager, and his team was winning, and the boy died before his team could make it to the final. So Nekomaru stood up and helped the team and everything, and they won, and that's why he became the ultimate team manager. He was so inspired by that boy who was so happy with his teammates and everything winning, that he like practically took up his mantle and everything. That was incredible to see, and how he offers advice to everybody in his massaging. Yeah, like, he's a really cool character in my opinion. He's really underrated. Like, you gotta do his free time events. Like, they're so cool and awesome to listen to him. Peko Yama. Peko. I'd put in B tier. Yeah. We don't really get much of her. Like, she's a blank slate. I'll put her right there. Is that okay? Yeah, I'll put her right there right now. She's a really cool character. Like, of course, that's the whole point of her character, that she's a blank slate, because she's like a tool, quote unquote, for Fumihiko, even though she's not really. Well, he doesn't view her as such, and she isn't. She's her own person, but she's a blank slate, really. She has her own likes and stuff. Like, she wants to be with animals and stuff like that and everything. She thinks she's cute and cool, blah, 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 stuff like that. So, yeah, she's a blank slate, but there's a lot to like about her. So I'll put her in low B right now. Yeah. Oh, this girl, I hate her. I really hate her. I'll put her above this guy. I'll put her above this guy because, like, I mean, we get to know more about her, and I guess I could understand where she comes from in the anime, but, like, seriously, her friend had, like, diabetes or something like that. She did. And her response is to like feel like upset, like, oh, how dare you not take my candy, like, even though she stated multiple times that it's not good for her and she can't have it, or she'll literally die because of it. And she's like, oh, how dare you, like, I guess they're trying to make you like sympathize with her, but like, no, I couldn't. Like, that was what she was doing was horrible. Like, I liked the friendship at first when I saw it. Like, yeah, it was fine at first, but just, like, it was really toxic, and she kept using her all the time for like her medicine or test answers and stuff like that. And it's just like, God, like, what is likable about her? And when she died in the anime, I did not like, oh, like that. Like, she was so rude to everybody. Like, I can't like her at all. Like, she deserves to be an F tier. She's a high F tier, but like that does not mean she's good. Hoshi. He's a really cool character. He's again, he's underrated. Like, he's so underrated. Honestly, right there. I put him right there. High V. Maybe A. Now I'll put him high B. I love his backstory. It's apparently based off of a tennis anime, from what I've heard. Like, it was with the mafia and his family and stuff. That was so cool. He is really wise with his sayings. Like, you still got a ways to go. He is by far one of my favorites in V3 Harmony, Killing Harmony. So he deserves the high B spot. I know your name begins with an R. Ren, no, not Ren. Is it Ren? Meteorite. I'm pretty sure his other name, his last name begins with an R, something like that. I don't know. Meteorite, that's his name, yeah. Meteorite, I really liked him in the anime. I liked his whole character arc, especially in the ending. Like, he was turning out to be a Junko Hope sort of thing, like brainwash everybody to Hope side, which isn't a good thing. Like, you know, you don't want that. He was a really good character in my opinion. And I like his whole backstory with Junko and everything like that. It was so cool to see him. So I'll put you right there. I'll put you comfortably right there. High mid B. Sakura Ogami. Also, I should mention, like, his whole backstory with anime, he wants to bring happiness to others, like, and that was like abused by Junko. That was horrible, but such a cool backstory in my opinion, you know. Anyway, Sakura Ogami. She's a really good character. She's one of my she might be my top 3 in Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. She's a really good character. So I'll put her next to Nakamura. A little bit behind. But she was really cool and wise and everything like that. Like, just like Nakamura, she had her own philosophy, her own morals and stuff like that. And she was really cool, and she was really caring for her friends, and she was even willing to die, kill herself, just to make sure there's peace in the academy. So no more killings happen. Like, that's really admirable that she would do something like that. Next we have you, Sion. No, not Sionji. I guess with an S, doesn't it? She's the ultimate pharmacist. That's what I remember. Let me look it up. Anyways, so she had my favorite design in the anime. She was so cool. What was I gonna say? I like her like power. Like, she ate a bunch of pills and she got like buff and everything. Psycho. Yeah, Psycho Kimura. Psycho, yeah. Oh, like Psycho. Like, she's crazy. I don't know. Maybe that's what the name means. Yeah, she was really cool. I liked her in the anime. She was by far one of my favorite characters in the anime. I'll put her right there. She had a really cool backstory. Actually, I'll put her above. Right there. Yeah. Okay. Wasn't really sure. Yeah, I like her whole backstory and her ultimate pharmacist, and like, she had a bunch of pills and she went like crazy with them. That was funny. Shirokuma. I mean, she's better than, it's a he, right? I'm pretty sure Shirokuma's a he, right? I'm pretty sure they refer to him as he. I'll just spare those. Yeah. Spend more time with him. He's nice and cool. well, seemingly nice and cool. um, yeah, I liked it. So I'll put him at right there. Yeah, low B. Not too high up, not too far down. Sonya! I love Sonya in Danganronpa too. I think she's also like there's a lot of underrated characters in my opinion. Like there's a lot of people focusing on Nagito and Kokichi, but like there's a lot of underrated characters that others should be focusing on. Sonya, I like her quirk and everything. Quirks and Danganronpa 2, she's like trying to be hip and everything like that. Get along with the times. Like, what was it like? For sure, I remember that in the 4th trial or something like that. She said that. That was so funny. I'll put her right there, mid B. I just loved her in the trial. That was so funny. This guy, her ultimate confectioner's boyfriend. She's like the ultimate blacksmith assistant. Same as her. I didn't. Yeah, he had less character than her, at least. And like he just kind of went with her and everything. Like, yeah. Tenko. I actually don't mind her that much. I think it's funny how her backstory isn't tragic or anything like that. It's just her master at New Aikido was just messing with her to hate men. That was funny to me. I'll place her right there between Ritaro and Sonya. Yeah, she was a funny character, and I like her voice actor. She went all out in Tenko. I feel like Toko. All she Despair Girls made her so good. A tier, like at least. Right there, yeah. Actually, yeah, low A tier. But like in Danganronpa 1, I didn't like her that much. Like I didn't really like her. I thought her ultimate was cool. And then wait, is Genocide Jack on here? Okay, Genocide Jack's not on here. I'm guessing Genocide Jack goes with her. Wait, yeah. Well, if we're counting them as both characters as one, I mean, Genocide Jack would be on S tier. Like Monokuma. Yeah, Monokuma would move over for Genocide Jack. Yeah, I like Toko. Her whole character arc in Ultra Despair Girls was cool. She was a lot more mature and a lot more sassy, funnily enough. Yeah, I really like her. Smoogie, she's an interesting mastermind, I feel like. I'll put her right next to Monica. I'll put her above Monica, honestly. I think she stole the show at the ending. She was really like despair and everything like that. Like you could feel like how despairing she was for everybody. Like she really drove them down. I feel like that was the most despair I've ever felt in the entire series. Like I could not like comprehend it, what she was saying, that everything was fake and everything. Yeah. Tugami, otherwise known as the ultimate imposter. I like him a lot more than Byakuya. I think in the anime is cool. I wish they didn't face reveal him in the anime. Didn't do the dream face reveal. They should have kept him hidden, I feel like, instead of just showing him off like just randomly. But yeah, I like him in the show, in the game in the anime. He was really mysterious and he was doing his own thing, and he dressed up as Meteorai. Where's Meteorai? Right there. For a little bit. I thought he was really cool. So I'm gonna put him right there. Usami. I'll put her right there. I think she's a little bit underrated, just a tad bit. Like she had her moments. I don't understand why the Danganronpa 2 characters hated her so much. She was fine to me. Like I don't understand why. But anyway. Then we got Yasuhiro. He was a weird survivor, and then like they kind of like sidestepped him. I mean, they kind of set him off to the side in the anime. They didn't do much with him. I found really weird. Like I don't know. Like, why even have him survive then if you're not even going to do anything with him in the anime? Like, you know what I mean? There was no reason for him to survive, in my opinion. I don't know. There. Because he has more character than, like, all these characters, I would say. So, like, I'd say he was fine. And that's all done. So, in post-editing, I'm probably just going to put a picture of Genocide Jack. Like, I'll move Monokuma over, and then Genocide Jack would go right there. But I'll probably just put Genocide Jack right there in the editing. But Genocide Jack would be above Monokuma. And that is, yeah, that's the entire tier list. So let's look it over. Gundam tier, of course. Then we have Nagito, Kokichi, Monokuma, and then Genocide Jack will be here. Chiaki. Do I want to move her to S tier? I think I'm going to move her to S tier, honestly. Yeah. I'll move Chiaki to S tier. Put her right there. That's where she belongs. S tier. So Shuichi, Hajime, Kibo, Kyoko, Fuyuhiko, Kaede, Maki, Toko, Kaito, Ryoma, Ibuki, Kurumi, Seiko, Tsugami, Komaru, Yakamaru, Akane, Midori, Mikan, Mahiru, Himiko, Makoto, Fuyuhiko, Soda, Kazuichi, Junko, Ishimaru, Chihiro, Sonia, Tenko, Ritaro, Kotoko, Tsumugi, Monika, Nagisa, Chisa, yeah, Usami, Mukuro, Mondo, Peko, Shirokuma, I forgot his name, Kyo, yeah, Asahina, Celeste, Mew, Gonta, Akane, Byakuya, Hiro, Yu, Sayaka, Yu, Gozan, right? Gozan, I think. Hyoko, Anji, Old Man, Leon, Yu, Asahina, Kurakuma, Yu, Teruteru, Haiji Towa, and Hifumi. Yep, that's perfect. So thank you all for watching. That's my character tier list. I'll see you guys next video. See ya. Hello, this is Trop, Tropical Punch post recording. So I decided to just continue the tier list post recording because I noticed that the tier list was missing some characters I saw, and there was also some characters that I thought should be classified as their own, like Chiaki in the anime and Genocide Jack, because they're their own characters. Because Chiaki is different from AI Chiaki from Danganronpa 2, and Genocide Jack isn't Toko. Well, I mean, it is Toko, but not her exactly. So you know what I mean. So let's start off with anime Chiaki and Nanami. So, Chiaki in the anime is different from Chiaki in Danganronpa 2 because she isn't sleepy like her all the time. She's more full of energy, I would say, honestly. She's honestly more extroverted than Chiaki in Danganronpa 2. Yeah, there's a lot of differences between them. And I mean, I think I said this in my tier list video, but the problem that I have with the anime, one of my biggest problems, is that they don't show a lot of time with the characters all together. Like, we don't hardly get anything with them together. It's just, we have two events, like them playing video games together, and what was the other one? I can't even remember what the other one was. All I can remember, oh, it was the cooking one where they were like eating food, and that was it. Like, that's all I can remember. Like, I remember there was pictures and everything, like, of them going to a festival or hanging out on the beach and stuff like that, but we never saw those moments. We just saw pictures of them. So anyway, I'm getting off topic. So Chiaki in the anime, I would put in, I'd probably put her in A tier, maybe high B tier, honestly, because like Chiaki in the game, Danganronpa 2, we get a lot more moments with her in her free time events than we do with Chiaki in the anime. We don't really get a lot of moments, except those moments with Hajime, which are awesome. I love those moments when they're sitting down playing video games together. So I think I'm gonna put her on low A tier. Actually, I'm gonna put Chiaki in the anime on low A tier. That's where I'll put her. And then next, we've got Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack, one of my favorite characters as well in Danganronpa. I'm gonna put her on S tier, right in front of Monokuma. Yeah, I think that's where she belongs because she's a funny character, so energetic and everything like that. She's so out there, it's so funny, and everything to see her go crazy. Yeah, so she's a great character. I love her a lot, especially in Ultra Despair Girls. She gets her own character arc in there as well, where she's also becomes friends with Kamaru. So yeah, and the next character we have is Monodam from Danganronpa V3. He's my favorite out of the Mono Cubs. He's so funny, and I love his little. He's also his own little arc in a way that he has, where he takes over from Monokuma and he starts running the killing game in his own way. That was funny and cool. So I think he will go on. I think he'll go middle B tier, something like that. Middle B tier, like I'd say below. I'd say below Nagisa and just right below Nagisa and right between and right in front of Chisa. I'd say that's where Monodam should go. Now we have Monotaro, the ninja guy. He's cool. I like his ninja aesthetic and everything. That's cool. I don't like that little thing that he has with Monofanny though. That was weird because they're siblings. Again, what is wrong? What is with the Danganronpa V3 and their incest stuff? Like we had we had. Does that count as incest? I think it does. With Sumugi and in the Love Hotel where they're step siblings. Does that count as incest, or is it something, or is it classified as something else? I'm not sure. Well, Sumugi definitely has a thing for incest if all these arcs are happening with like, again, Monotaro and Monofanny and what's his name, Korikyo and his sister. But I'd say, somewhere in C tier. I'd say between Akane and Byakuya, probably. I don't know. Actually, no. I'm probably gonna go lower. I'd say right between Sayaka and the kid. I know it begins with. I remember. Again, I cannot remember their names, but I remember it begins with a J with him. Masuru is the red kid. Masuru, something like that. But anyway, yeah. Now, Mono Kid, I don't like him. I don't like him. Like he has his funny moments and all, but he's bullies Monodam. It's not funny. He's going low D tier, because he has more character than the others on the bottom, or isn't weird. Next you have Monofanny. She's better, not by a lot. I'd put her on low C tier, like lower than Monotaro, because I just like his design a lot. I like his ninja aesthetic. Actually, she's okay. She's fine. Just like Monotaro. I don't like her design that much. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put her lower, just probably because of her design. Probably they could have done more with it. I feel like maybe. So I'd say, I don't know. You know what? I'll put her right next to Monotaro. Why not? And then Monosuke, I don't like him either. Not F tier, D tier. I'll put him on D tier as well, low D tier. Yeah, I'll put him there. And then next we have Hagokure's mom, Hiroko. That's her name. She's a cool character. I like that we have to give her those hit lists, and she has to go, and she sends people out to go find them and everything. And Ultra Despair Girls, so we can bring them back to the camp so they can be saved. She has her own character and everything, and she's pretty cool. So I put her on C tier maybe. I'd put her between Byakuya. I'll put her right next to Hiro. Yeah, Byakuya and Hiro. I'll put her right there. One last guy. I'm sorry, I totally forgot. I don't know why. Izuru Kamakura. I totally forgot about him. Don't know why, but Izuru Kamakura, interesting character. I really like him in the anime. How we see him with all the characters and stuff like that. Especially during the slaughter of the student council. Like he just stood there and watched. He's a cool. I love his design. It's so good. I love how long his hair is and everything like that. He's a really interesting character. And I love how when Chiaki got executed, he felt emotion. Like Hajime came out for the first time. It's crazy, like to see like how they've experimented on him and everything like that. Just wow, and all that. So if I were to place him on the tier list, I'm gonna put him next to Hajime honestly because maybe I'm gonna say on par with Hajime because they're basically the same. I wouldn't say they're basically the same character because they do have differences because Izuru definitely has a whole different personality. He's a lot more like not as emotional as Hajime was. You know what I mean? He's a lot more dead inside and stuff like that. He's not as forward with his emotions unless like it was like a super serious moment, like when Chiaki got executed and died. He started crying there because Hajime was coming out for a second there. Um, but yeah, I like how he has like all the talents. Essentially, he's the ultimate talent or whatever. That's what I'm gonna call him, the ultimate talent. Not I wouldn't say he's the ultimate hope because that title belongs to Makoto, but he's really cool and I like him. So I'm gonna place him right next to Hajime in A tier, on par with them. And that should be all of them, I think. So see you on the next one. See ya.